Do you believe the city's tax levy should be allowed to increase in order to create more revenue that could in turn be used for more projects or to grow the cash reserve?
First of all, the reason the levy's so low, as you recall, the York voters voted on a 1.5 cent sales tax to be used exclusively for levy reduction, and we have done that. The only thing that increased that over the years is when the voters again voted for an aquatic center, and that added a bit to that levy. When those bonds run out, it'll go back down. We don't need to raise the levy to do what we're doing. We have adequate reserves. We budget some balances from those reserves to help balance our budget. We do not need to tax people more.
My concern with regard to the tax issue, to answer the question directly, would be no. The taxes should not be raised. However, given the ongoing costs of government, city government, particularly with the added staff we talked about earlier, those costs are going to keep going up. The city cannot raise sales taxes any further. That's under state law. The only option they'll have left to cover additional costs will be either property taxes or raise water and sewer fees or other fees. So the biggest issue right now is we have to look in the short term toward whatever we can do to consolidate to become more efficient, because some of those costs, such as health insurance, are not going to go down. In the long term, the only way out of the problem, so that we don't have to go add substantial increases in those taxes, particularly property taxes, which is the only avenue left, we have to increase our tax base. That means we have to provide more incentives, get more business and industry, whether it's downtown, whether it's out at the interstate, or whether it's in the industrial parks. But we have to increase our tax base. That will bring more employment. That will mean more sales tax revenue. If we don't do that, we will have a problem, and we will have to, in the long run, raise the taxes unless we make substantial cuts in city facilities and services.
I should say the end of my sentence first, so that you can hear what I'm going to answer. I'm a talker, and the bear says, Margaret, you talk too much. And I do. So the property tax that we're asking for is $936,628.55 have to come from taxes. It's the same as it was last year. So we're saving in the budget. We're using the money efficiently. And when you get people in and they can do jobs efficiently, then that doesn't necessarily go up. When you look at the property tax, you get your whole tax statement. The city's portion of the property tax is only 11%. So when we crab about taxes going up, then we have to crab at everybody, because the county's in there, and schools in there, and the historical society's in there. Everybody's kind of in there. And so when we look at that, 11% of your property taxes that you pay is what you pay to the city out of your property tax. So I did kind of a calculation based on our house. And our house isn't worth $100,000, but that's the figure I used. And it will cost us $15.85 a month to pay our property tax to the city. Now I think $15.85 is okay for me to pay for fire protection and police protection and somebody scooping the streets, even though my streets are brick, and doing the street repairs so that I can get in and out of town and everywhere that I need to go, and plan ahead for me when I get old, when I get older. So I think that with property tax, none of us like to be taxed to death. But when you look...
Property tax, no, I don't think we need to raise property tax. I think we can be financially responsible in the budget to hold the line and spend what we already have. It's your money. Like it or not, tax money is the taxpayer's money. And I don't think it's right. My mom told me over the years, pay cash, don't borrow, save. don't borrow, save your money. Well, that's fine. But taxpayer money should not be saved by a city or any other taxing entity for a rainy day project. If something comes up and we need to raise taxes, then I guess that's fine, we can talk about it. But just to raise taxes for a special project or a rainy day fund, nope.